Hello, and how's it going, my fellow DeFi DEGEN friends? I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and making the best investments that you could possibly make. And today we're going to talk about Kyoto Protocol, that is essentially a rebasing project, but that does not even begin to scratch the surface on what the whole ethos and projections for the project are. They've got so many good ideas, so many good partnerships already, and they are looking to tap into an $851 billion market here on the blockchain. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So Kyoto is the world's first decentralized multi-layer carbon credit finance protocol. Our technology improves the slow and steady outdated carbon credit industry by implementing trustless smart contracts on a secure and transparent blockchain ledger. So they are tapping into the carbon credit market, which is very dominant within traditional markets and doesn't have much exposure, as far as I know, on the blockchain, and it is an $851 billion market. They are the first project, as far as I'm aware, that are tapping directly into this and offering it as a service to projects, blockchains, and helping to offset their carbon emissions through offering synthesized carbon credits, as well as being a rebasing project offering passive yields for users. So it's got this real world utility, as well as being a complete DeFi protocol. My good friend EAM Crypto recently did a doxed interview with the team. You can go and check that out. Very highly suggest that you do. Some of the team members of Kyoto did dox in that video. It's around 25 minutes long, but it is very in-depth, very extensive, and very eye-opening to just how big this market can get and just how well Kyoto are positioning themselves to tackle this market. So firstly, let's start off with the rebasing side of things. As this is the base layer. This is what is going to initially bring investors in. This is what is going to incentivize people to start getting involved and investing in the project. And once they're in, this is when Kyoto are really going to let the brakes off. They're going to bring all these developments over the next couple of months, up to a year, and then after 1 year, Kyoto are going to migrate to their own layer 1 blockchain, which is just insane. And if all goes well, they do keep pushing these developments, they're making these partnerships. After this 1 year, they're going to be so well positioned with the whole, all of the TVL that they've got locked in, the amount of investors, partnerships, everything is just going to, collate into this one huge piece of the puzzle that is missing for the carbon credit market. They're bringing that on chain. So how does the rebasing work? Well, you're probably familiar with how rebasing projects work. Kyoto is going to make 96 payments a day, paid every 15 minutes. It's a simple buy, hold, earn, as you will be familiar with rebasing projects, and this provides the ultimate ease of use for Kyoto holders. So you don't have to move any tokens from your wallet. They will automatically rebase and getting you up to 916,000% for year 1. This is around 2.5% per day, with the other traditional features that you find within these rebasing projects, such as the burn pit, insurance funds, token liquidity generator, and all of that good stuff. So you've got the rebasing model as your base. This is what's going to bring investors in, get that initial liquidity, drive that hype up for Kyoto. But if you look further into the project, if you just watch some of the videos that has been done on the team, some of the interviews, they're doing AMAs daily in Telegram. Just so much stuff is coming at you, and this is why I'm bullish on Kyoto. I think there's just got so much potential. I'm not seeing any other projects tapping into this market, and that's why I think Kyoto are just primed and ready to set themselves up for the future. It is an important factor, carbon emissions, and for Kyoto to break down those barriers, create synthesized versions of carbon credits that people can get, use those for staking. Just so much stuff that's going on. I do highly suggest that you do your own research as much as possible and understand just how deep this goes. You do get an aha moment, and at that point you realize you're not just investing in a rebasing project where you can get 2.5% daily. You are investing in a project that is determined to shape the future and bring that onto the blockchain, which before was not very accessible. It's usually sold through private companies in traditional markets, but Kyoto are going to change that. So come on, tell me something to back it up. Come on, I want to hear it. What Kyoto, it sounds good. What have they got to back it up? Well, I can tell you, they've already made partnerships with Kudos. You can go check this out, and they've made a partnership with NEA, and they are going to roll out the first carbon credit marketplace over on NEA, which is just insane. They've already made the partnership with NEA. I do believe they've received the grant. You know, it's all full steam ahead for Kyoto. How does the Blockchain Alliance work? The Blockchain Alliance is a collective group of companies that assist in promoting a data-driven carbon credit industry. All members of the Blockchain Alliance are committed to give its own ecosystem the access to a more sustainable future. So as part of the partnership with NEA, Kyoto has received a meaningful grant from NEA Protocol that will allow the project to establish itself as an advanced decentralized carbon credit DEX, which aims to become the go-to carbon offset mechanism for businesses across the globe, including those involved in the NEA ecosystem. So I will leave the link to this article in the description of this video, so you can go and check it out for yourself. I definitely highly suggest. As I said, there's just so much information that's packed in. It took me a while to, I'm still learning more and more stuff about Kyoto as the days go on. As I read more information, they're providing so much value, so much information is out there that you can just spend the whole day digesting it yourself. For me, you can either just be a DEGEN investor that just wants to throw money in anything and get out as soon as possible, but there is some of these projects that come along that are built for the long term. Some of the, you get your top 100 market cap projects that have the use cases, they've got the community, they have got a vision for the long term, and I do believe this is where Kyoto are going. They're not just trying to throw up any old model, any old project that's giving out these crazy returns. They are backing it up with this real world utility, and they are bringing in something fresh that hasn't been seen before in blockchain. And it goes to show they've made these partnerships with Kudos and NEA already. It shows that these are huge projects that believe in what Kyoto are doing. They've obviously been sold on their vision. They believe in all the stuff that's been outlined by the project, and they are getting behind it already. And these are just some of the partnerships that have been announced. It wouldn't surprise me if there's tons more that Kyoto have already got lined up, that they've secured those partnerships, because this is such a huge advancement. It's so needed within this space. Even projects on the blockchain, you might be surprised to know that they do have carbon emissions, and every project does have this responsibility to tackle carbon emissions, and this is where Kyoto are coming into play. So Kyoto are launching this month on the 30th of June on BSC. They was initially going to launch on Aurora, however the DEXs on Aurora, on a fundamental level, they do not support sales taxes for any project. So Kyoto, obviously as a rebasing project, cannot launch on Aurora as they did plan to, so they will be launching on BSC, which in a sense is probably a blessing in disguise, as Kyoto is primed and planning to be such a huge project and such a huge player within the whole crypto ecosystem, that there's so much more liquidity on Binance Smart Chain than there is on Aurora. So to get that streamlined adoption, exposure, and just to get the project up and running on its feet, it is probably the best that is on BSC. So that is for launching this month on the 30th of June. Honestly, I can't get enough information into this video to explain how important Kyoto is for the carbon credit market, how they are bringing accessibility, ease of access for users to get involved and start offsetting their own carbon emissions. Like, you can get into Kyoto, you can start earning your own carbon credits, which are then stakeable further down the line. They are bringing out their own carbon credit market. There's just so much going on. This is why I highly suggest that you do as much research as you possibly can on Kyoto and understand how it is going to benefit so much in the long term. It's not just your run-of-the-mill project that's going to flop and fall on its feet within a couple of weeks or a month. They are going to be implementing features where you may be able to stake certain tokens and earn yourself carbon credits, and of course there will be a carbon credit marketplace, which in traditional finances, this is very lucrative. It's very closed off. There's very high barriers to entry, whereas Kyoto are making their own carbon credit marketplace where you will be able to trade carbon credits amongst other users in a web-free decentralized manner across different blockchains. It's just going to be insane. And if you can start to understand how on a fundamental level how huge this is and how huge the market is, as I said, there is an 850 billion market in traditional finances, and Kyoto are looking to tap into that. Bring it, as well as being a rebasing project that is offering you 2.5% daily returns on an investment, as well as bringing you into this world of utility. And if you get into Kyoto now, you are being at the forefront of, you know, some cutting edge technology, a revolution in blockchain. And that is why, if you start to, you know, really think about it, start to, you know, wrap your head around the whole concept and how huge this is going to be. They've got the partnerships with NEA. If the people at NEA, which is a top 20 protocol, if they believe in, you know, Kyoto and what they are doing, then, you know, something should start ticking there. So, you know, you're going to get that aha moment at some point, and this could be it. So all of the links will be in the description below. There's so much more information that you need to check out that I can't get into this video because there's just so much good stuff. All the links will be down below. I will leave the interview, the doxed interview that Kyoto did with EC. That will be down below too. Go and check out all the good stuff. Go and check out all that information. Follow me on Twitter at DeFi DEGENs. Whatever you do, stay safe out there, make good investments, and have a great day.